Hello, my name is Kathleen Wilson. I'm a certified lymphedema therapist and board certified massage therapist practicing in San Diego. And I also teach classes to lymphatic massage therapists to show them the tips and techniques that I use on my clients to reduce their fibrosis and other of their side effects after plastic surgery, like liposuction, tummy tuck, facelift, Brazilian butt lift, and other plastic surgery operations. So this video, I want to talk about a question I got from someone last weekend. And I love this question so much. I was back and forth with her. We were messaging and I said, you know what, this is a great enough question that I want to do a video on it because I think a lot of other people have this same concern. So her question was, how credible are post-op trainings? So the trainings that she would get, how much credibility do those trainings have with plastic surgeons in her area? So she was outside of one of the big top cities in the US that take a lot of plastic surgery. Those top cities are New York, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Miami. So she was outside of that, a massage therapist outside of those big cities with a lot of plastic surgeons, and she wanted to help plastic surgeons in her area take care of their clients after the plastic surgery. So the lady said, I want to send these local plastic surgeons a letter and get local as well as the out-of-state business. So she was getting clients that would go to these big cities for plastic surgery or to out of states, like Colombia, Dominican Republic, Tijuana for plastic surgery and then come back to her hometown. But she also wanted to get referrals from these local plastic surgeons. So my big question, the first thing that I really wanted to emphasize in answering her question was, you need the plastic surgeon's buy-in if you want local referrals. If you are getting clients that are going to Miami and then coming back to see you, you don't really need to see or convince that plastic surgeon in Miami that you are the one to take care of their client. It is totally different if you are in San Diego like I am and you want to have a local San Diego surgeon refer clients to you after their clients get plastic surgery. So outside of Miami and these other big plastic surgery cities, these local surgeons in cities across the United States, for the most part, they don't want incisional drainage. They don't want clients going to a therapist and having the fluid pushed out of their incisions. They will have their client return to them at the local plastic surgery clinic for aspirating their seromas, for removing their drains, for any other of these concerns. If someone is going to a local surgeon for their plastic surgery, or they're going 1 hour away, the big city an hour away, and then coming back to their, wherever the town they live in, they're not going to need these incisional drainage. They're not going to need seroma aspiration. They're not going to need drain removal. That is what their plastic surgeons, that's what those post-op visits are for. And these local plastic surgeons in your area, they're also going to do facelifts, breast reconstructions, other plastic surgery operations that there is no need for incisional drainage at all. So what you do need, so you don't necessarily need these to take a class that it's going to spend time talking about all these procedures that you're not going to need to do for these clients who are seeing their local plastic surgeon, their regional area, in-state plastic surgeon for surgery. What you will need is a solid education in hands-on MLD. I am an accomplished massage therapist. It took me 40 hours, a live, in-person, butts in seats, massage table, practicing 40 hours of manual lymphatic drainage class in order for me to achieve proficiency, in order for me and my personal reputation to feel like I knew what I was doing enough that I would actually go and put it on my card and say, you know what, to a client, yes, I will book you for a 100% manual lymphatic drainage course or massage session and charge you money because I know how to do this. MLD, manual lymphatic drainage, is what the surgeon will write the referral to you for. They want you to do manual lymphatic drainage on their clients after plastic surgery. And I would go further and say MLD education from a top school in the industry is what gives you a solid foundation. So I want to talk two different things about this concept of get it from a top school. So first I want to tell a story about Jeanette Durand. She is a big deal in Southern California in oncology massage, and that's what I started right after college. I got my first CEs in oncology massage. So she was one of the leaders in this industry in Southern California. So when I saw her at a conference, at an AMTA conference, I said, hey, I'm a massage therapist, oncology massage therapist. I'm thinking of going to get this MLD training. But there's so many schools out there. What should I think of? Like, which schools should I choose? Like, what are some advice that you have for me? And she said something that was very important. She said, the idea for me was I was going to use the manual lymphatic drainage to help people after lymphedema. And she said, the people who are going to refer clients to you, take your education at a school that they would recognize and respect. And that was huge for me. That's what led me to go to close training instead of maybe just getting a CE from some organization that was not, did not have a reputation, was not uniquely and exclusively focused on teaching people manual lymphatic drainage. So her idea and her advice was what led me to choose close training. There are a few top ones, so I looked between all the top ones. The ones I was considering was close. I also looked at Norton, I looked at Eagles, I looked at Dr. Vodder School, and the close was the one that had the class that was in my town. So that's how I got the idea to go of which school I should attend for this MLD class to get that certification, to get that certificate in manual lymphatic drainage, in that 40-hour in-person butts on seats class, massaging in front of the teacher, making sure that you have the skills that you need. The other thing that I would say is to make sure that the class that you choose has continuing education credits, because I see so many people on Instagram. If you look at Instagram and do a hashtag lymphatic massage, lymphatic drainage, you will see therapists, you will see people in a massage room telling the clients, telling their social media followers that what they're doing is manual lymphatic drainage, and it's actually not. It's a lot closer to petrissage, but it is not manual lymphatic drainage in the way that the doctors in the medical literature are recommending the other plastic surgeons treat their clients with after plastic surgery. So this is high definition body sculpting. This is a top medical text. Dr. Hoyos is just absolutely a leader. He is from Colombia, and this is his book. And in page 212, you can see pictures of manual lymphatic drainage. It's a gentle skin stretching stroke, and he dedicates several pages to specifically explaining exactly what he means and what he wants for his clients when he sends them to refer out for manual lymphatic drainage. And let me read from the text. Manual lymphatic drainage plays an integral role in the postoperative healing process following high-definition body sculpting. Most contemporary MLD techniques are based on the techniques originally pioneered by Emil Vodder in the 1930s. So you're going to want Vodder-style manual lymphatic drainage. And I'll continue quoting from this page 212 in chapter 19, postoperative care. Therapists performing postoperative lymphatic drainage should have specific training in MLD to understand and perform the delicate hand movements required to mobilize fluid, increase lymphomotoricity, and soften fibrosis. So if the plastic surgeon is the one that you're getting referral from, just the same thing I'm setting out, just the same as Jeanette Duran set it up for me. If the plastic surgeon is the one you're getting the referral from for manual lymphatic drainage, you need to do the type of manual lymphatic drainage and have the type of resume that their leaders in the industry are recommending for surgeons. Therapists performing postoperative lymphatic drainage should have specific training in MLD. So to have that certificate in MLD from a reputable college, from a reputable organization is what you want. So I'll continue to quote from this text. Because specifically, this is what I want you to see when you look on Instagram, when you're looking through for hashtag lymphatic massage. These movements, and I'm quoting, these movements include pump, scoop, stationary circle, and rotary. And the figure 19.5, he's showing this is the hand positioning. This is what it should look like when you're doing manual lymphatic drainage, when your teacher is teaching you lymphatic drainage, when you're seeing something from a therapist that says lymphatic drainage, lymphatic massage. And I'll quote again, the slow, repetitive movements of MLD stretch the skin and provide superficial compression, achieving transient pressures of approximately 30 millimeters of mercury, followed by rest phases where the skin is allowed to return to its normal position. So that's what I want you to see, perform, to know that it is indeed manual lymphatic drainage. You want to see that the skin is actually stretching. If you see massage and it's deeper and it looks like petrissage that we learned in massage school, it's not manual lymphatic drainage in the type and specific way that the head, the leaders in the plastic surgery industry in liposuction, this surgeon is from Colombia, is recommending to his fellow surgeons in the actual liposuction textbooks. So why are continuing education important when learning a new modality like manual lymphatic drainage, lymphatic massage? These are all different names for the same thing, which I've just described, which Dr. Hoyos has just described for us. Again, you see on Instagram that people are doing petrissage. We learned it in massage school, petrissage, and they're calling it lymphatic massage. And I would recommend to you, make sure that there is an organization other than the person who's teaching you that is issuing the CE credit that is going to at least check that the info in that class is legitimate. Because every time I look in Instagram and I see hashtag lymphatic massage and I'm seeing someone who is trained incorrectly and is using an incorrect way of massage and calling it lymphatic drainage, it makes me sad. It makes me scared that they paid $1,500, that they paid $500, that they paid $5,000 for a weekend class, and the person showed them whatever they're doing and told them that it was manual lymphatic drainage and told them that this was going to help their clients and told them that, you know, this is the cornerstone of how they're going to help clients after plastic surgery. And it's not actually manual lymphatic drainage fodder style that is recommended by the plastic surgeon. So when they are getting those referrals for manual lymphatic drainage, they're not actually able to give the technique of massage that the surgeon is asking for. MLD is well described in medical literature. It's not just this one textbook. This is not up for interpretation. Consulting the text like High Definition of Body Sculpting is a good way to make sure you're not paying $5,000 to learn petrissage in a hotel conference room on a weekend. And that's what I have to say about that. I want to just make it very clear, especially if people are coming into this industry, massage therapists are coming in and seeing that they want to help these kind of clients. I just want you to use your best judgment and get a class that has continuing education credits and make sure that you're actually getting the correct training so that you can have a successful career. So what about non-CE classes? I'm not saying never ever take a class that doesn't have continuing education attached to it. What I am recommending is to don't take a non-CE class just to put a piece of paper up on your wall or to attempt to impress a professional. So that was a little bit behind, that was the intention behind the original question that we were asked, that kind of got me interested in making this video. She wanted to know which classes to take so that these local plastic surgeons would trust her enough to refer their clients to her. I offer NCTIMBA CE classes, but I don't offer a certification. My classes give you a certificate. They give you continuing education. And because I want you to be able to use your own training to open the doors to your career. It has to be your training that opens the door, the training that you have taken, not somebody else's name, even if they're really big and amazing in the industry. And, like the person that's on everyone's lips, the person everyone talks about, that's just going to be a piece of paper from a weekend class. Because the moment someone asks you, how many hours did you invest in this certification for post-op care, for post-op recovery, for post-op massage, whatever they're putting on this certification that does not carry CE credits. The moment someone asks you, wow, like you're certified in post-op care, how many hours did you invest in that? How long was that class? As soon as someone asks you how many hours and you say 15, 16, 20, they will know the real value of that piece of paper on your wall. It doesn't matter if you paid $1,000. It doesn't matter if you paid $1,500. If you're only getting 15 hours of training for it and it wasn't a continuing education class, it speaks volumes how some people are saying that a certification to be able to be proficient in all aspects of a career can only take 15 hours, when we know that the state mandates in several states just to be able to be a massage therapist and put your hands on someone takes 500 hours. So anyways, backtracking, basically my point is your resume is what should open the door. Your resume showing that you have a commitment to continuing education, not just one certificate, 15 hours, and then someone gave you an expensive machine. So my classes that I do are for the lymphatic massage therapist only. I don't have a class for beginners. I don't have a class that would help anyone who doesn't have a massage license. In several states, absolutely in California where I live, absolutely in Florida, you have to have a massage license. You have to have the CAMTC certification in the state of California, or a massage license, and in the state of Florida, a massage license in order to massage somebody. This is not post-op. Massage is not a kind of career where you can work at, an office job on Friday and take a weekend class and get an expensive machine, and on Monday morning you can, open up and say, I give lymphatic massage, I give post-op massages. You need a minimum of 500 hours of massage school. And then after that, after you apply for and get your license and pass the tests, then you can massage people. And I was really surprised to see in the state of Florida that if you tell people, if you have a business, even if you put up a shingle and have never massaged anyone, but you just put up a website that says that you're a massage therapist, that you do post-op massage, and you are not licensed with the state of Florida, that's actually a felony. Which is crazy, but the point is that the state of Florida has to protect the residents of the state of Florida from people who are going to say things related to the healthcare profession that are not true. So I would definitely, you have to, if you're going to some of these classes, if you have not already graduated from massage school and have your license, that's some really specific questions you have to ask your instructor. I'm getting more and more phone calls as I talk about this more I'm getting phone calls, I'm getting emails, I'm getting texts. Hey, I'm not a massage therapist. Can I still be a part of this career? And I say to everybody, you're not in my state, so I don't know the specific laws of your state, but you need to go to your state board and make sure that with whatever license you have, that you can actually massage people. So I also have an in-person class, which I run. It's 4 hours, and I run it every few months, but that's not a post-op massage one-on-one class either. That class is a chance to get in a room with 5 or 6 other experienced therapists and have conversations and have hands-on demos of what works and what doesn't work for reducing fibrosis after liposuction, and learn from one another. So I run this class because I'm really interested in working on perfecting my craft and perfecting yours. Getting together with people. This is what I've done ever since I took CE classes and started helping people after their plastic surgery. I had a colleague on the other side of America, Sherry Scott, and her and I would email back and forth. We'd message back and forth. I have this client. I tried this. I'll let you know what happened. Or I cupped, this person using this type of cupping for like 20 minutes, and then I gave him this foam, and I can't wait to see what happens next week. And that's how I grew. I grew twice as fast as I would have grown in experience because I was trying things and communicating with her, and she was trying things and communicating it with me. So this is kind of the inspiration for having this class, where let's make kind of a master class. Let's make an advanced class for people who have experience in this industry and want to get together and share best practices with one another. Because my whole focus in this career is I am not the best, but what I do know is that I want to get better this year than I was last year. And I want to be even better than I am this year, next year. So that's why I'm so focused on continuing education. I'm getting a lot of continuing education. I'm always updating my resume and putting my updated resume online on my website, because that's how important I think getting continuing education is as a massage therapist, and especially if you're in this industry of helping people after plastic surgery. So I also have online classes. Most of my online classes have continuing education from NCTIMBA. So it's that NCTIMBA has authorized me to be an approved provider of continuing education. Every class I make, I submit the information to NCTIMBA, and they say, yes, this is authorized for continuing education. My online classes offer information for the lymphatic massage therapist who wants to help clients after plastic surgery. And why I made these classes online is because I saw the need from going to conferences and seeing how, we learn 100 different things, but then which things are we actually bringing back into our office, because we're kind of so overwhelmed by information. So I wanted to have in my class videos and text that people could look at and go back to and review and have conversations with other students even after they pass the class. I believe students need to be able to watch those technique videos over and over. The second time, the third time you see someone do something, you're picking up new things, minute things, the nuances that maybe you didn't see before, especially if you can watch the technique videos and then go to your clients, your next fibrosis case, and try some of those techniques, and then see what works for you, and then be able to go back into the class and watch the technique videos again. Students need to ask questions, and they need to read other students' questions and comments. And that's what makes these classes even better, because every day new students are signing up for the class. Every day students are leaving comments on the class, and I'm approving it, and I'm answering the questions, and I'm reading all the comments. And other students who are coming in the day after, they get to read every comment, every question, every answer from every single student that's ever taken the class. So the classes are continually getting better. And I'm always reminding students, if you took my classes last year, log back on and check those comments again and see if there's more questions and answers. Like, review the technique videos and see if you'll pick up on something this year that you didn't last year. So I put notes here so I would make sure that I could get everything that I want to say in the video. So yep, I have students try the fibrosis techniques, comment about their results, rewatch the videos, and then get better results. And they can add in, as they take other classes, they're adding in the myofascial skills from my myofascial massage class, add in the fibrosis cupping, add in the lymphatic cupping from those classes as they take them. And also, one thing that I've recently done in the last month that I really love is I'm also inviting students to come into our weekly lymphatic massage therapist chat on Clubhouse. It's every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on Clubhouse. And the club is Lymphatic Massage Club. And share their stories, share their experiences, share their questions. And sometimes I'm not the only massage therapy instructor there. So it's really great to hear from different, instructors, to hear from different therapists at different parts of their journey through this career, kind of sharing their stories, what happened this week, what surprised you, what did you learn? All of that is another way that we can form community in this kind of new burgeoning career that especially has absolutely increased exponentially in the past 2 or 3 years of helping people after plastic surgery with lymphatic massage. So this video was kind of aimed at the therapist who's not necessarily in these big cities, not necessarily in LA, not in New York, not in Atlanta, not in Miami, and is looking to get into this career, looking to help clients both that come to them, that find them over the internet, and also to get the referrals from these local plastic surgeons, which might have a little bit of a higher level of what they want to see in an education of a massage therapist before they're willing to refer their clients to them after plastic surgery. So I would definitely, if you're looking at different classes, how to get the lymphatic massage training, I would definitely look at the high definition body sculpting, see that description of what the manual lymphatic drainage should be, and make sure that you're getting the correct class that will give you the skills that you need to get these referrals from local plastic surgeons. Thanks, and have a good day.